Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine. Today we are going to start with grade 9 syllabus of English, and I welcome all of you to grade 9. Before I start with the syllabus, I want you to know about the English syllabus of grade 9. Grade 9 is having 3 sections in English. First section is your reading section of 20 marks, and it will have unseen poem and unseen paragraph, unseen passage writing. The second section will be of writing and grammar section, which is of 30 marks. In writing, you will have paragraph writing, diary entry, story writing, article writing, etc. And in your grammar section, since you have no proper grammar book this year, so you are going to have integrated grammar. Now, what is integrated grammar? So, all the grammar that you have done in your earlier classes, you will be given application-based questions on those. So, we are going to brush up with the grammar section once again over here, and the question pattern is going to be a little different from what you have been doing earlier. The third section is the section C, which is literature section of 30 marks, and there you will be asked questions from both the books that you have, that is Beehive and Moments. And today I am going to start with the first chapter of Moments, which is The Lost Child. So I hope we all are going to have a great session together, and you will enjoy studying with me. So students, today we are going to start with the first chapter of Moments, and this chapter is basically the Lost Child. Now, The Lost Child has been written by Mulk Raj Anand. Now, before I explain you the chapter, I would like you to know something about Mulk Raj Anand. Mulk Raj Anand is an Indian writer who is Indian by heart and mind both. He was born in the year 1905. So you can very well understand that he has seen the period before independence of India, and he died in the year 2004. So he has seen the period of the struggle of Indian independence as well as India after independence. So he is a writer who writes mostly on Indian societies, Indian traditions, Indian culture, and we find a reflection of that same idea in this chapter. Now, as the name suggests for the story, The Lost Child is a story about a child who gets lost. Where does he get lost? He gets lost in a fair where he has gone to with his parents. Now, since that word fair has come, I want you to have a look over here. Now, I have two words, F-A-I-R and F-A-R-E. Now, you can see that both these words, fair and fair, they are sounding the same, but their spellings are different and their meanings are also different. Now, F-A-I-R means a fair, which is a mela. It also means somebody who is fair in complexion, gora, safed, okay? And a fair, F-A-R-E, fair, we use this when we say you are not doing fair thing, correct thing. So we can use in that sense, or you can or you pay a fare when you travel to some place and you pay a fare of a particular amount. So you can see that these two words are for homophones, having same sound but different meanings and different spellings. So we have learned about a concept called homophone. Now we will be coming back to the chapter. So this chapter begins with the sentence, "It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alley emerged a gaily clad humanity." Now the writer, he starts the chapter with by saying that it was a festival of spring. What is festival of spring? Spring means the Vasant Ritu. So this spring season comes normally in the month of February and March, and he says that it was a festival. So this time was springtime. And from the wintry shades of narrow lanes and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Now, wintry means winter months. So the author wants to say that from that as the winter months have passed away, so wintry shades of narrow lanes, that means the remembrance of winter months have gone away, and what has emerged a gaily clad humanity. Now what has emerged out? Emerged out are the people in their normal clothes. Gaily means happy and clad means clothed. So people are very happy in wearing the normal clothes, removing their winter wears and coming out of the winter month. So here we have a description that winter month has gone away, the spring has come, and spring is the season, you know, where we have variety of flowers, colorful flowers, and there is all colors and happiness all around. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and bullock carts. So here the author is describing how people have come, how they have come to that place. How is their movement? That some have walked, some rode on the horses, while others sat on the bamboos and bullock carts. One little boy ran between his father's leg, brimming over with life and laughter. And among all this crowd, so you can see the crowd over here. So among all this crowd, there is one little boy who ran between his father's leg and brimming over with life and laughter. So what is filled? Brimming means overfilled. Now brimming is a word which is usually used for liquids. When you pour a liquid in a glass or in some container and it is all full and you still keep on pouring that liquid, what will happen? That liquid is going to overflow from that container. So brimming means overflowing. So this child is overflowing with life and laughter. So it's just a way of expression to say that he was very excited, full of life, full of energy, and he is running between his father's leg. So here the author has described the child and that the spring season has come, winter has gone away, and how people are moving. "Come, child, come," called his parents, as he lagged behind, fascinated by the toys in the shop that lined the way. So now his parents are calling the child and they are saying that, "Come, child, come," as he lagged behind. Lagged means to be left behind. Why is the child left behind? Because he is fascinated. Fascinated means attracted. So he is fascinated by the toys in the shop, and which are kept in a line. He hurriedly towards his parent. He hurried towards his parent, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. Now first please note down the difficult words. Lingering means lasting for a long time. So, and receding means left behind as he moved ahead. So here the author says that since the child's parents called him, so he hurriedly started moving with his parents, going towards his parent, but then his mind and heart is both left behind. It's left behind where? In those toy shops, in those toys. So his body has moved ahead, but then his mind and heart is still back there in the toy shops. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he would not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. So, the child just could not stop his desire. He wanted some of those toys, although he knew in his heart the cold stare of refusal. He knew that his parents would never agree to buy him those toys, but then he still had that desire. Now the difficult words, suppress means to stop. So he just could not stop his desire, and cold stare of refusal means just saying no without having any feeling. Cold means without having any emotion. "I want that toy," he pleaded. His father looked at him red-eyed in his familiar tyrant way. His mother, melted by the free spirit of the day, was tender, and giving him her finger to hold, said, "Look, child, what is before you?" So father, as usual, showed him a red eye, something with anger, in his familiar tyrant way. Tyrant means somebody who is very cruel and harsh. So father, as usual, just tried to show an expression of anger, and in a harsh way he just had looked at this child. And mother, melted by the free spirit. So mother is very soft on the child. He just wants to deviate the child from that emotion of getting from that desire of getting that toy. So she says, "Look, child, what is before you?" She just wanted to distract the child from that topic. It was a flowering mustard field, pale like melting gold, as it swept across miles and miles, even land. So the mother just shows that child a flowering mustard field, a field which is having a mustard field basically, where flowers are blooming, and those flowers, a pale means something which is dull, colorless, like melting gold. And it was looking, those flowers were looking as if there was gold was being melted. So you can, as long as you can see, you could have seen the yellow flowers of mustard plant, and they were spread across miles and miles.